Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. The Japanese New Wave wasn't born in the editorial offices of a film criticism magazine. It was born in the streets, in the body. It was a rebellion from within, a fracture, a beautiful, bleeding crack in the surface. Post-war Japan was rebuilding, but not healing. The 1950s brought Western capitalism, an American military presence, and a rapid return to conservative values. But underneath the concrete and the neon was a generation of filmmakers who saw ghosts of the war, of imperialism, of silence. Directors like Nagisa Oshima, Shohei Imamura, Masahiro Shinoda, and Shijin Suzuki. Now they emerged not as proteges, but as saboteurs. They used studio money to confront a society still haunted by the kamikaze, guilt, and repression. They took that money, lit the celluloid on fire, and made films that felt like confessionals during an earthquake. Oshima brought the politics. Imamura brought the flesh. Shinoda brought the existential dread. And Suzuki brought the bullets, the color, and the sheer nerve to treat murder like modern dance. Their films were political and perverse. They didn't offer answers. They asked questions nobody wanted to hear. Questions about sex, violence, and identity. Questions about what it meant to be Japanese in a country trying to forget itself. These films were primal screams wrapped in a formal rigor. Movies where sex and death are always just off screen, and the state is watching through the keyhole. This wasn't cinema for comfort. This was cinema as interrogation. A camera not turned outward, but inward. If the French New Wave danced through cinema's history with cigarettes and theory, the Japanese New Wave broke in through the side door, bleeding and furious, and made sure you couldn't look away. Now let's take a look at 6 essential films from the Japanese New Wave. The Insect Woman. The title points to one woman, but Imamura's film is really about every woman, clawing her way through a system rigged to crush her. Imamura doesn't romanticize suffering, he carefully dissects it with a camera that crawls through mud, sex, labor, and shame. His heroine survives, not with virtue, but with animal instinct. It's feral, feminist, and decades ahead of its time. The kind of film that bites like a ravenous pit bull. Cruel Story of Youth is Nagisa Oshima's howling debut. It's a film about teenage rebellion, but there's no charm or romance, and it likes it that way because it's angry, sweaty, and sun-bleached. It's like a Godard film left out in the summer Tokyo sun far too long. Oshima strips post-war Japan of its stuffiness, showing a generation raised on nothing. No gods, no rules, just sex and resentment. It's more than a youth film. It's a slap in the face to the old guard, and it left a mark you still see in every filmmaker who dares to set fire to their country's sacred cows. Pale Flower, one of Michael Mann's top 10 films, is a Yakuza drama in a black silk robe. It's moody, narcotic, and existential to its core. Shinoda turns gangland violence into slow jazz, giving us a hitman so numb he falls for a woman who gambles like she wants to die. It's all shadows and cigarettes, beauty laced with decay. More than a noir, Pale Flower showed us post-war Japan drifting through its own moral coma. Death by Hanging is a political satire so cold it burns. Oshima turns the execution chamber into a theater of cruelty, where bureaucrats try to teach a condemned man why he deserves to get his neck stretched. It's Bertolt Brecht by way of Franz Kafka, with gallows logic and deadpan absurdity. The real target isn't the prisoner, it is Japan's moral conscience. Death by Hanging's influence still echoes in every film that dares to put the state on trial. Branded to Kill is a gangster movie sliced open at the neck and style bleeds out, coating everything and everyone. Suzuki takes the Yakuza hitman story and flips it into abstract art. It's all smoke, sex, and sudden death. Joe Shishido, with his trademark chipmunk cheeks, plays a killer addicted to the smell of boiling rice. And that's the least surreal thing about it. The studio, Nikatsu, gave Suzuki a pink slip for making a quote-unquote incomprehensible film, which meant he was blazing a new trail for others to follow. Every cult filmmaker since owes him a shot of sake. So there you have it, 6 essential films from the Japanese New Wave. Most are available on Criterion.